William Angus was born at 16 Polkemmet Rose, Capers by Armadale, the son of George Angus and Maggie Malloy. The family moved from Armadale when William was just a boy and moved to Carluke. But a very keen footballer, he also played for Carluke Milton Rovers before having trials for Celtic and then captain Wishaw Athletic in 1914. It was whilst captain of Wishaw Athletic in 1914 that William enlisted. William joined the 8th Battalion Royal Scots on the 12th of March 1915 whilst they were in France. On the 10th of June, the Royal Scots moved to Givenchy Hill. The distance between the British lines and the German lines were only 70 yards at this point. During the night of the 11th of June, it was decided by the 8th Royal Scots that they were going to attack the German line 70 yards in front. The plan was to send a bunch of bombers forward under Lieutenant James Martin, and then once they had breached, the rest of the battalion would follow up and hopefully take the Germans. However, the Germans had prepared for this, and when the first of the bombers got to the trenches and threw his first bomb, the Germans detonated a mine underneath, this causing the 8th Royal Scots to return to their own trenches. When they regrouped in their own trenches, it was noted that Lieutenant Martin was missing. Lieutenant Martin's body could be seen lying just in front of the German trenches. Lieutenant Martin was seen to be asking the Germans for water. The reply from the Germans was a bomb. This angered the Royal Scots in the trenches. Plans were hatched to get Martin back. These plans were vetoed by the commanding officer of the 8th Battalion Royal Scots, who seen it was a futile act. Angus explained to the general that him and Martin were from the same mining town in Scotland, and that he could not go home knowing that he had left Martin out there to die. Counselled that he was facing certain death, Angus replied, "It did not matter much whether death came now or later." General Lawford gave Angus permission to attempt a rescue. At this point, a rope was tied round Lance Corporal Angus. In the event if he was wounded or killed, he could be pulled back to the British lines. So Angus set off from the British trenches towards Martin, picking him up or trying to rouse him, giving him a dram of brandy from a hip flask. This was enough to stir Martin, but at this point the Germans realised what was going on, and bombs and rifle fire and machine gun fire followed. Shrapnel from the bombs was considerable, and Angus suffered several injuries while sheltering Martin's body. Eventually, Martin recovered sufficiently for Angus to signal the troops in the frontline British trenches to pull Martin in unaided. At this point, Angus set off at right angles to the trenches, drawing German fire upon himself. Mown down on several occasions, William Angus suffered over 40 wounds. These included losing his left eye and part of his right foot. William made it back to the British lines, where he was hauled to safety and then evacuated for medical attention.